Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. We have another great article from Fierce Wireless. I will leave it in the description down below so you guys could check it out in its entirety. So, T-Mobile is cutting more jobs and positions across the company, and they're calling it organizational shifts. Now, from what I was being told over the last few days, I've been told it's internally a bit worse than T-Mobile is going to lead publicly, of course. So there is going to be another article that comes out here eventually. It'll come out, I've been told, that may have a different side to this story with some internal emails and such. So stay tuned for that. But this is the one we got today from Fierce Wireless. So the company said most impacted employees have been offered different roles, with a small number of roles that have been eliminated. So part of this, from what I was told briefly, no position, no section within the company was exempt from this. Everyone was looked at. Some of it, of course, makes sense. A store, after the Sprint merger, they didn't need 3 to 4 retail sales managers or RSMs. That just was, it was just redundant. So they needed to make those cuts. But other sections, like I said, I'm being told engineering and parts of some management positions higher up, even some senior staff, like 20 plus years, they were let go in bunches. From what I'm told, there's no exact number that anybody can put to it now officially. We might get some numbers soon, but from what I was told, it's not just an organizational shift, but also cost-cutting measures. T-Mobile over the next several months is going to have to spend a good amount of money. They're going to have to spend big on 108, likely in the billions. They're going to have to spend separate money as well on some of these leases, on some of these leases that they have outside of what's being auctioned off in auction 108. So T-Mobile's cash on hand situation isn't necessarily the best. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have any money, but it's not like they have 30 billion cash on hand. That's not the case. From the little research that I did, they might have $1 billion to $2 billion cash on hand at best. And that's not necessarily a lot, considering this next auction that starts on July 29th could end in the high billions. You know, it could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 billion. Who knows? We just don't know at this point in time, but it could end up costing more than what T-Mobile has on hand. So right now, going into the debt market, the rates are not the best. So they're going to have to make cost-cutting measures to fund some of that. Also, you know, the CapEx, that may need to go up too. T-Mobile wants to remain more aggressive, and Verizon is catching up fairly quickly. And Verizon is catching up very comfortably too. And they're spending a ton of money on this. So it should be no surprise that, you know, maybe in the fourth quarter, Verizon catches T-Mobile on Ookla's overall speed. Should be no surprise to anybody. Also should be no surprise if Verizon does hit 200 million covered by the end of the year. They're moving at a very fast pace. So nobody should be surprised by any of that based on the amount of money that Verizon is spending. Almost double the amount of what T-Mobile is spending. So, of course, within one fiscal year, that's going to happen when you got that much money to spend. So again, cost-cutting measures happening at T-Mobile across the board. This is one side of the story from Fierce Wireless. I will leave this article in the description. There is another article coming out with potentially a second side to this story as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See you in the next one. Peace.